There's a movie about theaters that you should not go out to theaters to watch. Empire of Light. Zach had a couple of words to say about this coming out of TIFF. I was ready to see this in Chicago, and I'm like, Zach, should I drop the $35 per ticket? He said no. So I waited, and you know what? The people at Searchlight were kind enough to send it our way. They work with Disney, so technically it's like through their debut thing. And I wish I was kind enough to say nicer things about it. Here's the thing. Y'all braced me for it, so I already knew that it was going to be this mesh of who knows what. I have never seen a script written by a professional, someone who's been around for so long, who looked back at his career and said, what are the things I haven't covered? Mental health, I guess, to this degree, and racism in the UK. And also, it's the pandemic right now, and, I feel like movies aren't going to come, so I'm going to do what all of my other peers are doing and write this love letter to movies. He should have just chosen one. This is covering things that are way out of his field, and I don't understand it. Olivia Colman is great in it. But I don't know what they were really trying to say with her character, that something like The Lost Daughter didn't have, a complete eye on what its focus was. It flips between Olivia Colman, who is this employee who's been working at this theater for a long time, and the relationships that she has there, how she's been used, who she may have been used. Is it a cycle? Then there's somebody else who comes in to join the team, which is this young fellow right here. And because of the time period in the UK, you have a lot of animosity that's going on in the streets. Mm-hmm. It's like someone telling you, yeah, this is what it used to be like, but it doesn't really give you a vivid picture. And then randomly it'll stop to describe to you what light is in movies. And there's a lot. There's 30 minutes of this movie that's beautiful because it's shot by Roger Deakins. Then there's shots in this movie where you're like, y'all have never really shot a black man on screen. And you could tell because they just couldn't. And it made me wonder, was this just an exercise for them? I was so confused from this movie, Zach. You've had some time to ruminate with this. What stood out to you? What should he have focused on to have made this better?
I mean, I don't know. It's like you say, there are so many kind of disparate elements competing for attention, and none of them seems to really be given their due. All of it just sort of, it's like not enough there to justify going into it. And, maybe it is 3 different movies and the solution is you just got to go into one of them or maybe 2 of them, but not all of it. And yeah, it just I do like the idea of these outsiders coming together at this movie theater. That is romantic and beautiful and is something that I think Sam Mendes and Roger Deakins could probably evoke really well. There is that shot of Olivia Colman watching the movie and being moved and it being this beautiful experience for her. It comes in entirely the wrong part of the film. It happens when you've already gotten through all the things that are it's just, I think it brings that stuff in too late for it to really affect any of the other things that they've brought up. And it ends up just feeling like a weird mishmash of ideas. And like you said, Olivia Colman is a great actress. I liked Michael Ward, even though I didn't like his character. I think he's quite charming as well. Toby Jones has a scene or 2 that
always great.
Are excellent. I love Toby Jones, but their performances and cinematography and production design in search of a better movie.
Best way to put it. I agree with you. Yeah. Hopefully, everybody in here has a better 2023 than they did here. But some really great montage sequences. If you needed some B-roll of some really good movies in movies, then that's what this movie's for right here. Empire.
Tyler
Light.
on
I
film.
say wait for it when it's on HBO.
Yeah, Tyler of Film on the live stream asks, do you think this still has potential to snab a few Oscar nominations despite the lukewarm reviews? And I honestly think this movie's not really it's just not quite strong enough in any one area to justify nominating it when the rest of the movie around it is not good. So I would be surprised.
And if it was, then maybe we would have heard something for cinematography, but no.
Yeah.
That said, though, Zach, you feel that way about Empire.